In this lecture, we are going to see an option named greedy, which you can use in case of nested droppable elements. Using greedy option, you can decide which nested droppable element should accept the dropped element. So I have created two div elements. Actually, this is the parent div and this is the child div element. I will show you the code. Div ID item is the pink div element that can be dragged, and div ID parent is this one with purple border, and within that I have added another div element with ID child, and it is this div element with gray border. I have made the item draggable and also parent and child both droppable. Okay, so suppose we drag this item into this, we are getting a message the item is dropped. Okay, and suppose I drag this into this, then we will get this message twice, as you see here, because both the parent and the child actually accept this dropped element. So to see the difference, let me show you. I am going to add the item is dropped in, because we can identify in which droppable area the element is dropped. How we can identify that? Let me add $this dot attr of id. What will happen now? We can see the item is dropped in either parent or child, because I have specified the id as parent for the parent element and child for the child element. This is just to show you the difference. Refresh. Let me put this here. See, the item is dropped in parent. Okay, and let me refresh again and put this into this gray div element. The item is dropped in parent, then the item is dropped in child. Means this item is considered to be dropped both in parent and child. So suppose you want only this child element to accept this dropped element. That is, when you put the item into this, you want only the child to accept this dropped element. So what we need to do is, we need to specify greedy to true. If you want only the nested child element to accept the dropped element if it is dropped into the child droppable area. So greedy is set to be true, and let me refresh now. I am putting this into the parent. See, I am getting the message the item is dropped in parent. Okay, let me refresh and let me put this into the child element. Now you are seeing the item is dropped in child. We are not getting the message the item is dropped in parent, which means when we set the value of greedy option to be true, only the nested element will get the specific dropped element, and the parent will not get the dropped element when we drop the element into the child droppable area. So this is greedy option which you can use to decide which nested element should accept the dropped element.